Hi guys, welcome again to another video. I'm just doing a quick video here on showing how carpentry works. This is for crafting a scepter. One of the guildmates asked me to build him a scepter, so I'm going to do that. But I just wanted to show everyone that isn't familiar in the guild on what goes into making a scepter or any weapon really. This isn't really carpentry specific, but it could be applied to swords or shields or any other weapon or armor actually in the game. So just let everybody know what it takes to do that. So I am standing here in front of my Regal crafting station. I don't necessarily need a Regal crafting station for the weapon that I'm making, but you do need it for higher level weapons that you're going to be doing. So I'll click on that. I need to turn my UI on here. So UI's on. Click on carpentry. I'm going to do a scepter here, and he's asked me to do a conqueror's scepter. So to do a conqueror scepter, which is the tier 5 scepter, I need to first make an apprentice scepter, and then a craftsman scepter, and then an artificer's scepter, and then an artisan's scepter, and then a conqueror scepter. And you have to go through each one of those levels. If this is going to be a weapon that he's going to carry and use to endgame, if he's going to want to use it and get it to a sealed illustrious and magnificent and epherium and delphid, what I would recommend is after I make the apprentice meadow scepter, would be then to regrade the scepter to a couple levels, and regrading would change the level, the rarity of the item. Because as you craft at each level you go up, there's a chance that as you go up these levels that it will automatically go up a level. It'll get regraded automatically, and that's a kind of a low percent proc chance. But if we start off at the lowest level and regrade it a couple times, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chances that it's going to go up possibly 8 more levels. And it's going to be easier and cheaper to do that at a lower level than obviously something at a higher level. So yeah, I would recommend that. I'm not going to do that today. Hopefully we'll get some regrade chances and we can go from there. Right now I have 2,700 labor. You can't see it, I have it covered up on the video, but I do have 2,700 labor. This first staff costs 90 labor. It's going to cost us 5 sunlight archeum dusts, 5 lumber, and 3 blue salt wedges. So this first staff is pretty easy to make, not a big deal. Where it comes to be a problem is probably the 90 labor for somebody that's going to be crafting a lot. But these starting materials aren't necessarily too tough to get. So I'll go ahead and hit craft, and we'll craft that guy. Here we go. Wait a few seconds, wait for the craft bar to go, and bam, we have a apprentice meadow scepter. And you can see on my chart here, I went from being able to make 4 of these to making 3 because we used up all the materials for it. And now I can make a craftsman meadow scepter because now I have one of the missing ingredient that I needed for it was the apprentice scepter. So I have that now in my inventory, and now I need 7 dust, 10 lumber, 5 salt wedge, and 2 copper ingots. So I've already crafted all these things and have them in my inventory, so it's just easy to go through and do it. But this scepter you can see now costs 135 labor to make. So we'll go ahead and craft that guy, and this will be our first chance to proc something a little bit higher level. So let's go ahead and craft that guy. And for each labor that you spend, you also get that much in proficiency. So my proficiency is going up with this as well. So I appreciate that, and that's why we have this in our guild, is to promote certain people being able to level up certain crafts. So you can see again now that I've gotten rid of I've made the craftsman scepter. Which now is the ingredient to make an artificer's scepter. So I have that available, and now you can see here, now we've moved up into shards. So now we need sunlight archeum shards. We need 5 of them, 15 lumber, 7 blue salt wedges, and 4 copper ingots. And now we're at 180 labor. So let's go ahead and craft that guy. You can see as we go up here, you know, this one is now a level 30 to 35 scepter. And we made our Artifice Scepter. We haven't had any procs yet. You can see everything's still green. Still green, but now this scepter can be used from level 34 to 50. And you can see as we go up, the DPS and the stats and whatnot are going up on it. Alright, sorry, we made the Artifice, so this is a 30 to 50. And we're going to make the Artisans, which is the 34 to 50. So for this one we need 7 Archeum Shards, 20 Lumber, 2 Blue Salt Gloves, and Silver Ingots. So we've upgraded all of our materials. We've upgraded to the next shard, we've upgraded to a more expensive Blue Salt Gloves, and we've upgraded to from copper to silver ingots. So things are starting to get a little bit more spendy. We're up to 225 labor now. Go ahead and craft that. There we go. Oh, we got a proc. You can see it turned blue. That is great news. So now we have a blue Artisan Meadow Scepter. So you can see there we got an automatic upgrade. So that's great news. So now we're going to make our Conquerors. This is the last one. So again, we've gone from crystals to, from shards to crystals now into this next level. So we need 5 crystals, we need 25 lumber, 4 blue salt gloves, and 4 silver ingots. We're going to use our Artisan's Meadow Scepter that we just got, and we're going to make the Conqueror Scepter. So this is the last level that this guildie particularly wanted. So it'll go all the way up to a level 40 to 50 scepter, and it's going to cost us 270 labor to make. So go ahead and make this last one. There we go. We didn't get a proc on the last one. That's too bad. But we have our final scepter. Here it is right here. So it's nice little scepter, 154 DPS. It's got 179 magic attack and some intelligence on it, so that'll be nice. I'll go ahead and send that off to our guildie. I'm at 1,850 labor right now, so that required us to do approximately, what is that, 850 labor? 850 labor to go through those different steps to make that scepter. So that got me a good deal of increase in my carpentry, so I appreciate that, but it's also a fairly significant drain on people's labor crafting these things. So from there we can go even higher. You can see here's the next tier. So if we wanted to go past Conquerors, we would need another 7 crystals. We get into fine lumber here. Fine lumber is a tricky material. You can see if I click on it, it requires regular lumber, and then it requires these small seed oils. Click on the small seed oils, you can see it requires charcoal stabilizers, rice, and corn. So this is where it gets tricky, because charcoal stabilizers can only be acquired through trade run packs that go across the continent to the other continent. So these are always a little bit tricky to get and more expensive. And you can also see that once we get into the sealed scepters, we require a regal carpentry workbench, which is what I'm standing in front of, so we're okay there. Still copper gloves. We can move up to gold ingots, which are obviously more expensive and hard to get, and then we also move into gilda dust, which you get from breaking down those very important gilda stars that you get and turn them into dust. I think 1 star turns into 4 dust, I believe. So this requires 4 dust, so that would be 1 gilda star. And we can continue up there, so there's 4 more levels that we can go with the scepter, obviously increasing in stats as we go along. I can't make the highest level stuff right now because my skill's only 35,000, so I could go up to a Magnificent Scepter, and then the Ethereum Scepter would require 40,000, so I'm 5,000 short. I'm sure as soon as somebody needs an Ethereum, though, I'll be very easily be able to make that 40,000. So there you have it. Just wanted to give a quick rundown on how we
joined the channel.
Craft those things. So there you go. Thanks for watching.